let's see how we can solve variations of essentially the stars and bars. So let's say we want to find all the integer solutions to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 10, where x1 has to be larger or equal than 0, x2 larger or equal than 2, x3 larger or equal than 0, and x4 larger or equal than -1. So of course this is sort of a generalized version of the cookie problem. I guess here it's you can give someone a negative cookie and so on. But so how do we do this? So if all of these were 0, we would know how to solve it with stars and bars. So the first step is to essentially make it so. So step 1, we're essentially going to force it to become a system with zeros there. So let's call this change of variables. So step 1, change of variables. Change of variables. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, let's change this to a system with y's, and we want each y to be just larger or equal than 0. So for x1, we don't need to do anything since x1 is larger or equal than 0 already. We can just set y1 equal to x1. For x2, we could set y2 equal to x2 minus 2. Because notice that if x2 is larger or equal than 2, then x2 minus 2 is larger or equal than 0. For y3, we just set it equal to x3. And for y4, we set it equal to x4 plus 1. So again, if x4 is larger or equal than -1, then x4 plus 1 is larger or equal than 0. And so now, then each new variable, each yi, is just going to be larger or equal than 0. Now, once we've done that, we can now rewrite. So step 2, let's just rewrite the equation, but now using the y's. So if we rewrite the equation, so x1 is y1 plus x2 is going to be y2 plus 2, 2 plus 2. x3 is going to be y3, and x4 is going to be y4 minus 1. Here, y4 minus 1. And this is equal to 10. So if we rewrite this equation with the y's, we get this, which is equivalent to just, if you write it out, y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4. And so here we get a 2 minus 1 is 1. We pass it to the other side, we get a 9. And so now we want to solve this here. How many solutions to this system with all the yi's larger or equal than 0? But this we know how to do it with stars and bars. So remember, the amount of stars was the amount of cookies in this case. So again, this is distributing 9 cookies to 4 kids, where kids are allowed to receive no cookies. The number of bars is equal to the number of kids minus 1. So in this case, it's 3. And so the total number of symbols is 12. So the answer to this, the answer to the whole question, is going to be the number of symbols here, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to choose where we put the bars. And so it's just going to be 12 choose 3. And if you compute this, this will just give you 220. So in how many ways, so how many solutions, integer solutions, are there to this equation given these constraints? 220 of them. And you can see that if you change things around, you can just follow the same procedure. So the idea is you just do a change of variables to get back to the original problem of cookies for children, and you then just apply stars and bars to it.